Into autumn we go. Alright. So I know we'll get this initial trading sequence, but I don't know about beyond that. Pitch blend. Well, we're going to have plenty of maple crafts. We may not have much of value to trade, but we will have something to trade. That be part of the rules. All right. So an important question is... Oh, actually, I guess we still have another season of pigtails that we can process. So what this was exploring was whether or not I could just dig above this and use this as a well just directly. And I could just go up another level and see if it's clear up there, but I'll need to think about that. Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. In case you didn't know already, I'm an author, and I have several books out. Out of the Dark is my debut novel. It is a portal horror story about two siblings, one who is taken, and one who spends their life searching. It deals with themes of depression and sibling loss. I hope you pick it up and enjoy. Anthropods and Breakfast and Other Journeys We Take are my two short story collections. Wraith and Spectre and Escape and Transform are two short story ebooks available now as well. Scan the QR codes, check them out. Also, since we're here, maybe hit that like button and subscribe. It lets me know that you like the video and encourages me to continue on what I'm doing. Thanks so much. Let's get back to the video. All right. Make me some beds out of orange wood. Wait. Oh. It better make those beds out of orange wood or I'll be sore. You're not allowed to make it out of the trade goods. All right. I mean, I guess I can still dig this out. I think this is where I'll put the hospital. At least on a semi-permanent basis. Just gonna poke poke above and see if we get an aquifer up there. Because if not, I can just channel upward here and then smooth the walls, and then that could be my solution there. All right, this is coming along. It's slow, I know. But anything worth doing is worth doing slowly. like having the narrow map. One like small configuration thing I would love to see, like I had to jump through some hoops to get this particular map creation, but like I would like to just have a very simple setting about the thickness of a world. But that's not like a toggle, you know? Just goes straight through several cavern layers. It's kind of annoying. What are you carrying? Fire clay. There, we have almost used up all of our maple. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the amazing tools is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious grass dwarves. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants might offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. Alright. Maple amulets. Maple crowns. Maple earrings. Maple figurines. Maple scepters. Maple rings. Is there such a thing as a slow, meaningful death? I mean, I guess when Boba Fett falls into the Sarlacc, that could have been considered a slow, meaningful death. But then he didn't die, so I don't know, maybe not. You're asking the hard questions today, Firefly. Alright, broker. Do we want someone skilled at this? I don't know. That seems like cheating. Odon the peasant, this is your job. The Slayer of Alligators Cole meets with the Outpost Liaison Moral. I'm your liaison for the mountain homes. Alright, can we discuss your situation? Where is the mountain homes? Because when we embarked, we had a population of 6. The world is the same as ever. Alright, so the only things that we can ask for are stone, wood, and clay and sand. And oh, all right, there's sand. So those are the things we will ask for. I don't know what kind of stone I want to ask for yet, so I'm going to hold off on that. Wood. And we're using maple and chestnut at the moment, so we'll just request those. I'll try to make sure the next question is easier. And you don't have to. I appreciate the consideration. Alright, let's think about stone type. What kind of stone do we want to make crafts out of that people are going to want? I can get metal. Like, that's an option. Like, maybe I grab tetrahedrite or galena because that gives me 2 types of metal to work with. If I had to eat a meal from the game, what would it be? So I wouldn't eat any of the raw meats or anything like that. I think I'd be fine with a fair few of the fine meals or whatever. Like they combine a few things. The problem is they're all like, depending on what kind of meal it is, it will either be minced, chopped, or I don't remember what the other one is. So yeah. All right, I think I'm going to go with tetrahedrite and galena in gold, and we'll also grab marble. Not for making steel or any crap like that. Like, we're going to make marble statues and crap. Like, this is the only stuff we're going to be able to trade for. They want armor and bracelets. Well, I can make glass bracelets. I don't think I can make clay bracelets. I might be wrong there. Gonna have split attention for a bit. I mean, in best of times I do too, so that's okay. Apparently the giant parakeets are here to stay. Who are you attending a meeting with? Were you have a meeting with the outpost liaison? Doesn't seem to be. Satisfied yelling at a person in charge. Content dining in a great dining room with the water buffalo's eye. Now you're attending a meeting again. Yeah, you want to meet with the outpost liaison, or the expedition leader, and yell at him. At her, rather. This is apparently where the meeting is going to take place, in this hallway. That seems normal. You could just, you know, go trade with the merchants. That would be helpful. You could go. So you're just gonna wait here, are you? Maybe he's meeting with the outpost liaison because he's like, I have no knowledge on anything trading related. There's so many more qualified people in this fort. And the outpost liaison is going to be like, you know what? I had to fight an alligator on day one. You will trade with the merchants. In other words, shut up. Just do your job. I don't know what spurred him to action now, but apparently he's decided that this is the time to move. I think he may have realized that you can't have a meeting with somebody if you don't actually tell them that you're having a meeting. I think they're going to have to go back up to the surface to the embark location because I don't have a meeting place otherwise. And I don't have an office for the expedition leader yet. Yeah. All right, so we need to do more stuff. Oh, fell asleep. We may never get a trade going on. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, well, while I'm thinking of it, I guess make some rock tables. Eventually, I'm going to want to be able to keep track of things, but... Oh. Well, it's still fine to do this without specifying the type. But I think I do want to specify the type. Like, we have 6 units of pitch blend. I could just make them out of pitch blend. Do we have more pigtails? Still sleeping, huh? Oh, you're gonna go trade? Excellent. I slept on the floor. It's annoying. You know what? The leader of the expedition had to fight off a giant alligator on the first couple of days of the fort. You can do a little bit of trading. All right, now the question is, do they have anything for us? They have 3 pieces of fire clay. I can't get rough gems. I'm not going to be able to trade for any chickens. You know how hard this is for me? And chances are, like, they may have a couple of bags of sand. All right, there's one. There's one. And I recognize I'm getting a bag out of this, which is technically not what I'm looking for, but at the same time, there's no other way for me to trade for sand, so. I'm not trading the bags away, so that's acceptable to me. That might be all we trade for. And like right now I can just make crafts, right? But my hope is to develop enough of an industry around this that I can make complex items like instruments and stuff like that, even though I don't necessarily have those things on hand. All right. This is coming along. So I asked for marble and I actually have a few pieces of marble down here, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Oh. And maybe we just don't end up working with... I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Arbitrary rules are one of those things that I'm not necessarily well versed in. So I was thinking I would put a grate and then a floodgate, but I didn't actually give myself room to do that here, unless I like do it back here, I guess. I could still do that. All right. Wall grate. And if you build it on the wrong side, I'm going to be quite cross about this. Gonna need to make some more sandstone blocks. Ooh, is that empty? No, it's not quite. Alright, I think I do want to bring that battle axe in though, so I'm just going to make a stockpile here, which is totally going to make sense. It's going to be for weapons that are battle axes. It might also be for anvils, but I'm hoping to make that forge very soon. All right, I want this as a 5 magma factory, we'll say. As much factory as Dwarf Fortress goes anyways. Alright, first floodgates down. Thanks everybody for hanging out today. Appreciate having people here. I know I say it a lot, but I have to keep saying it. My name is David Payne. I'm an author. I have several books out there. Check them out. They've been appearing in chat throughout the stream. Find me on Goodreads. Sign up for my newsletter. Do the things. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's what I'm here for. Still some barrels. I was gonna make something out of that tooth and about that skull. I want to make a tooth. A tooth crown and a totem. And then we'll make bone bolts after that. None of which are for trading. Also, let's make a pedestal out of marble. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll make marble pedestals out of the marble we already have, and then when I trade for marble later, it'll be fine. This is coming along. We can set up our first lever. Do I have? I don't have mechanisms. Just put this on repeat and remember to stop doing it at some point. Actually, I have to have a manager for that. I don't have a manager. I could make someone a manager. I could. Those are some big parakeets. Big birds. What else do we have in here? Diorite, granite. Guess we have a bunch of granite. I might actually want that space. I might. Do I want to have one lever for all three, or do I want to have 3 different levers? That is the question. And I don't know what my answer is. I want something. Can I have something? Ooh. That might actually be the lava right there. All right, so we can, well, I want to move that first. I guess it's about time I say, okay. Actually, hold on. Do we still have that garbage? We do. Let's get rid of that. I have a small fit about the marble, but that's okay. All right. All great. Migrants have arrived. Heck yeah, let's go. What do we have? We have Amos the Fisher Dwarf. Well, sorry, Fisher Dwarf, we don't actually fish here. We have Sarvesh the Siege Engineer. Has got some experience as an administrator. It's important in a siege engineer, you know. We have a stray duckling. A pet puppy. I don't think I've actually seen the updated sprite for puppies. Don't think I've ever looked. Bath the blacksmith. Another dog. Datan the metal crafter. Wow, you have skills. That's the skills. A stray keat. Doran the clothier. Now, because I'm not using any of my animals for like trade materials, you know, leather or wool or anything like that, there is a potential that the animal population just kind of gets out of control. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. In fact, I might go over and just like geld the males right now where I don't have this problem. So at least they don't start multiplying. I probably should have thought of that before I just left my 2 horses outside. I don't even know if they're male and female or not. We have a peasant who is an adequate wound dresser. That might be another doctor in the making. 22 population, everybody, 22. All right, yeah, so let's look at the animal situation here. All right, both horses are male, so as long as I don't have a female, this is fine. The birds don't matter. Both dogs are female. Wow, we just like lucked out on this. Like everything, with the exception of the birds, but they won't matter unless I set up nest boxes. So I guess it's fine. Never mind. I will do nothing. All right. So the question is, do I use a single one? I think just using a single lever is fine. That might come to bite me later, but that's a problem for future me. It'll be interesting for me to see whether or not we get any trade caravans from other civilizations. Why are you sleeping down here? Of all the places to fall asleep, you chose there? I mean, it's fine. I guess we're not ready to turn on the pumps anyways. Or open up the floodgates anyways. Do-do-do. Still not seeing any sign of long-lasting like infection or anything like that, so that's good. All right, moment of truth. All right, so that'll work. All right. I think I want to go back like 4 rows. Yeah. That is what we'll do. Smooth that. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Assuming I've done all that right, I can now channel down into this and it won't overflow. Now if I've done it wrong, well, mistakes were made. All right. How are we doing down here? Is this all linked? Everything's linked. Excellent, excellent. Now, channel there. would be intensely funny for a Forgotten Beast to show up right as I open this up and just like come out here and just destroy us all. But I'm here for it if that's the way it's going to be, you know? I'm here for it. Really am. I'm not necessarily doing these one at a time, but I don't know where the lava is over here, so I wanted to do it at least once so I could see where the other one is. You have discovered a second magma spout, apparently. An unusual volcanic wall studded with gems. A magma pool. An unusual volcanic wall studded with gems. A great magma sea. Alright. Plug that hole. Just use a piece of granite, it's fine. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate the way that is. I hadn't really thought of that as being a diagonal there. I can just channel both, I guess. All right, well, in any case, we can channel this one. And those two. That might be a hot pocket too. Excuse me. Do. And go. All right, pull the lever, Kronk. Furnaces, magma kiln. Furnaces, magma glass furnace. I don't necessarily need to wait until this is all equalized, but I will let it go for a little while. Thanks for tuning in. Winter we go. One last mention about my books, if you don't mind. Out of the Dark is a portal horror. Anthropods is a collection of 19 weird literary fiction. Breakfast and Other Journeys We Take has 9 contemporary realism stories. Escape and Transform is low fantasy. Wraith and Spectre is a spacefaring sci-fi. Scan the QR codes and check them out. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. I hope to catch you in the next one.